So after Donald Trump left court today, he made this incredibly strange request of President Biden and the Democrats. Now, he is certainly not in any position to be requesting anything from anybody, but he did so anyway. And after he left court for the day, arguments had closed, testimony had concluded. He walked up to the cameras and did his little rant, and then he requested that Joe Biden debate him tonight in the courthouse. And then he also offered to debate Biden in the White House, which is interesting that he thinks he'd be invited back to such a sacred building when all he did was try to desecrate it. But just a very peculiar request, and I have some theories as to why he's saying this and the insanity behind it, but we'll talk about that in a minute. So here's the clip of Donald Trump speaking to the cameras, and I will warn you, again, incoherent ranting coming.
So thank you very much. This is 8 days that we've all been sitting in this courthouse. This is all a Biden indictment. It's in order to try and win an election, political opponent, and nothing like this has ever happened. 8 days. As you know, the economy's falling apart now. Now you're seeing it, very little growth. It's going to get worse. Oil prices are going up. You have the college campuses all over closed down. Our country's going to hell. And we sit here day after day after day, which is their plan. Because they think they might be able to eke out an election, but I doubt it, because the poll numbers are very good for us. I just want to say that I've invited Biden to debate. He can do it anytime he wants, including tonight. I'm ready. Here we are. I invited him to the courthouse that he has us tied up in, his administration. This is all being done through Washington. It's all a well-coordinated attack on a political opponent. But I'm here. I'm ready, willing, and able. And if he wants, I'll do it on Monday night, Tuesday night, or Wednesday night. We'll be in Michigan, a state that he's destroyed because of the auto industry. We're not going to have any jobs left in Michigan. No auto jobs left in Michigan. They're all going over to China and other places with this ridiculous EV mandate, electric vehicle mandate. But we're willing to do it Monday night, Tuesday night, Wednesday night, Thursday night, or Friday night on national television. We're ready. Just tell me where. We'll do it at the White House. That would be very comfortable, actually. But you tell me where. But we're ready. He's obviously not showing up now. We heard nothing. But he said today that, I'd love to debate, but he won't debate. I don't think he'll debate. Maybe he will. Maybe he will. I'm not sure he has a choice. But that's the story.
Yeah, so just an incredibly strange thing to request of somebody, especially when you just got out of court after being eviscerated all day on the stand by people who used to work for him or work with him. And it's really interesting to me that he thinks he has the ability to just request a debate at the White House. He's like, yeah, I'll go there. Let's debate there. It's like, no, buddy, you're not going back there anytime soon. But I think this whole, performance he's putting on here with this debate request is interesting because this is the same guy who didn't debate any of his primary opponents. He was too scared to get on a stage with Nikki Haley. And I disagree with Nikki Haley, but he was terrified of debating her. Would not get on a stage because he couldn't defend his record, couldn't defend his ideas, and couldn't defend as to why he should be the Republican nominee. So this guy, who's coming out of court for facing 34 felony charges, is now suddenly a big debater. He loves debate. But when he had the opportunity to debate people within his own party, he's like, I don't want to do it. Why does anybody actually believe that this guy wants to debate? He has no interest in doing that. He has no actual interest in debating. And we're going to talk about why he's making these this request right now of all times. But also, he shouldn't want to debate Joe Biden. We saw how it went last time. Joe Biden cleaned his clock. Joe Biden demolished Donald Trump in the debates in 2020. Do you remember that amazing clip of Joe Biden telling Donald Trump to shut up live on television and said, keep yapping, man? It's fantastic. Take a look at that clip here.
You should go out and vote. You're in voting now. vote and let your senators know how
you gonna
strongly
pack
you
the
feel.
court?
Vote now.
gonna pack the
Make
court?
sure you, in fact, let people know
He doesn't want
you're
to
a
answer the
senator.
question.
I'm not going to answer the question
Why
because
wouldn't you answer that
because
question?
the
You want to
question
put a lot
is
of
the
new
question
Supreme Court
is
justices,
the
radical
question,
left.
Will you
Who
shut
is your,
up, man?
Listen, who is on your list, Joe?
This
Who's
is
on your
so
list?
right.
Gentlemen, I think
This
we've
is
ended
so
this.
He's going to pack the
unpresidential.
court.
but
We
that-
have
that's
end-
fine.
not going to give a list.
We have ended this segment. We're going to move on to the second segment.
That was really a productive segment, wasn't it? Keep yapping, man.
The people are.
Yeah. Donald Trump is like this unhinged lunatic who just continues to try to interrupt Biden because he's terrified of leaving office. And Biden's just calm, cool, and collected, answering the question and saying, would you shut up, man? This is so unpresidential, which he's right. And he goes, keep yapping. And Donald Trump continues to yap. So I don't know who in Donald Trump's campaign is advising him to debate President Biden, but we literally saw how that went, and it went very poorly for him. Matter of fact, he absolutely hurt his election chances with his debate performances, and especially in that first debate where that clip came from, where he was just unhinged, constantly interrupting Biden, not even allowing for a productive debate to happen. And Chris Wallace, the moderator of that debate, had to separate them almost. It was like a boxing fight. And Donald Trump just kept laying on Joe Biden, just kept laying on him, wouldn't let them go. So Chris Wallace had to come in there and break them up every single 5 seconds because Donald Trump was not interested in a debate. He was interested in a spectacle, which is the story of Donald Trump's entire presidency and his entire life. Never doing anything seriously, not trying to do the job. Just how many cameras can he have on him at one time? It's his favorite thing. But he should not debate Joe Biden because the same thing will happen again. Joe Biden will look him in the eyes and tell him to shut up again, and he'll do it. Now, look, I have some theories as to why Donald Trump is requesting a debate of Joe Biden in this manner, saying come to the courthouse or he'll go to the White House, whatever it might be. And I think my first one is that he is absolutely trying to take media attention away from the trial because these past couple of days for him have been awful. He had David Pecker testify, who is his good buddy, and he confirmed a lot of the intimate details of the alleged crimes. Today, some of Donald Trump's former employees at the Trump Organization or people who are still working there for the Trump Organization also testified under oath. The prosecution asked them some questions. And it's just going very poorly for him. All of these alleged aspects of the crime are being confirmed in front of the jury via testimony under oath. So what does Donald Trump do? Of course, he would never let the American people just take in the facts of the trial and make a determination before a verdict is reached, right? Just trying to stay up to date. No, of course not. He wants the media attention. He wants to take the people's attention away from the bad details for him. Because he knows this trial is going bad, no matter what he says on the camera, saying, it's a witch hunt, it's this, it's that. He knows it's going poorly for him. So this is why he's doing stuff like this. He's diverting attention, as he always does, as he does so easily for his base especially. But that's why he's doing it. That's why he's coming out to the cameras and saying that. And then on top of this, the final strategy of it all is, I think that deep down, the Trump campaign knows that debating Biden would go very badly for Trump. So what they're doing by making these outlandish requests is they're making it seem like they actually do want to debate. They're saying, I'll debate right now. I'll debate tomorrow or the next day or the next week or the next month, which is, of course, not in line with presidential history. Nobody debates this early. Most presidential debates are in the fall, like September, October-ish. But in the end, they're going to pull out from debates. Donald Trump is not going to debate Joe Biden, and he's going to be the one to pull out. And then he's going to say, well, I offered them the opportunity to do it before, and they said no. I said that I would debate Joe Biden at the courthouse, and Joe Biden said no, or they didn't respond to my request. It's all the game. They want to put out these outlandish requests right now to make it seem like when Donald Trump actually does drop out, that it's not that big of a deal. Because, look, at the end of the day, it's not Joe Biden who's scared of debating. Joe Biden is just fine. He will, again, destroy Trump. The ammo he has against Trump is overwhelming. But rather, it's Trump who is scared to debate. I am confident that if there are not presidential debates, which there may or may not be, given the this election and how much noise there is around it. If there are not presidential debates, it will not be the fault of Joe Biden. It will not be on the Biden campaign. It will be on Donald Trump and him being terrified of getting on that debate stage. He was terrified in the primaries. He's terrified now, and that's why he's making these outlandish requests. Because why on earth would they debate in the courthouse? What? He's trying to get a headline. He's trying to rile up the base. Oh, yeah, Trump said he'd debate Biden at the courthouse. That's MAGA right there. That was my poor imitation of MAGA. But that's why he's doing it. You know, it's a pretty simple tactic. This is not like complex political maneuvering. It's just Trump easily swaying his base. But the rest of us are looking at him like, God, this guy is such a piece of work, to put it nicely. I'll bite my tongue, you know? So anyway, yeah, I just saw this request from Donald Trump. I'm like, what is this guy doing? I mean, I think that's our reaction to him every single day, but this especially, like, what are you doing? What on earth are you doing? So anyway, not going to happen. Not a thing. Donald Trump's just playing it up for the cameras. So I'll leave the video there. Thank you so much for watching. I greatly appreciate you being here. Make sure to subscribe down below. It goes such a long way. I greatly appreciate the support. Drop a like, drop a comment. Let me know what you think. And of course, I appreciate you, and I hope you have an amazing rest of your day.